Oh, this freaking bird clock. Just in time. All right. So here we are back again.
And the ads are going.
Give it just a second. All right, let's see. We have
No, I don't have.
None, you text us on the back 20. We have Mind and Body Co. Hardneck Farms. Jenny Pennington. Bye. Welcome, 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 everyone.
Henry was at first tonight. Then you beat him.
That's right. Be charming. Hello, welcome.
I like to pick at Henry because he's usually the first one in on all of our live streams. Every now and then he's a few minutes late. Somebody
Henry
gets him in there.
Henry is our good friend and our very first channel member. He is Mind and Body Co. here in the chat. But what's the Zen Incense
There
Shop?
you go.
That's his other account.
I knew that, and like the minute you asked,
I know, right?
my brain went ooh, turned off.
He's the channel member with Zen Incense Shop, and for only $1.99 a month, you can be a channel member too. Seriously,
You sound like a commercial.
It's not necessary. We do thank our channel members. Nunion Texas on the back 20 is another channel member. We appreciate you. If you choose to become a channel member, we appreciate you even more, but we appreciate you even if you're not. Because we couldn't do this without viewers.
I mean, we could, but it would be awfully boring.
We would just kind of be talking to each other, and that's what we do anyway. So, Hedgehog, welcome.
Yeah, you get all of
that's right.
The emojis.
All the custom emojis. Thank you for reminding me, Jake. All the Things Acres, another channel member. Welcome, Dawn. Sipping on some really hot coffee.
The coffee's really good tonight.
It's good.
We've had a really long day. Yeah. We've had a really it wasn't like strenuous, but just a really long traveling day.
Built on the Rock Homestead. Hi, Kiri. Yeah, we had to make a little trip today to pick up the check. I don't know if last week we talked about Abby's wreck. Abby is fine. She's spent a few days kind of sore and in pain, but she's all good now. If you don't know and you're not aware, a
little bit of soreness.
Abby is our 17-year-old daughter, the only one of our children left at home. Hey, Gosmania. Good to see you.
For now. She's trying to leave me.
She's trying so hard. But no, she got in a wreck and it totaled her car. With a few updates on that. Last week we didn't have the confirmation that it was totaled. Now we do, and we've gotten the check for the balance of what the car was financed for. We got the balance so that we can see about getting her a new one. She's looking at a Chevy, a 2023 Chevy Trailblazer, and it is not even off the ship yet. It's in the port in Houston, Texas.
No, south of Houston.
South of Houston.
There's no port in Houston.
Okay, well, it's in the port south of Houston, Texas. Like I said,
the mic is messed up.
The sound again. I even restarted my computer tonight. I really think that we need to cut a tree down that's in the way of the internet signal. Hi, Arthur. I don't know if I said that already. It's weird.
Needs a hammer and some WD-40.
Right. We may need to try using your computer next week.
That stinks. Are you guys able to understand us, or is it like so bad that we need to turn it off and start over? kick it. Are we supposed to kick the tree?
We got some of it.
No, it's okay, or
it's bad. It's bad.
Oh.
Hard to understand. Oh boy.
Is that tinfoil you have on? It's hard to understand you.
More foil. Yeah, right. So hopefully it clears up because we have some interesting things to discuss.
I hate that.
I know. I hear you. It's just R2D2. Lick your finger and point west. Went out and came back still bad. Ah! This
Okay.
is getting irritating.
Do we need to turn it off and try again? Because we can try using.
Oh, it's better, Jake says.
What did you do?
I don't know. I wonder if it's.
Oh, it's working.
I wonder if it has something to do with where I'm sticking my phone.
It's possible. Don't move.
That's weird. Okay.
Yeah, put your phone away from your computer, maybe.
Good now. Okay, great. Hopefully a few of the people who have left might come back. Hold it right there. I'm old enough to remember those days, Jake.
You're old enough to remember a lot of stuff.
All right, so not much going on the homestead this week. We did start getting some rain, which is really, really nice.
We haven't gotten near enough
Not
as
enough.
what we need,
No.
but it's at least raining every now and then. It was raining outside a few minutes ago. Not quite enough, but it is raining. I don't think I even got any drops on me though.
I changed my shirt, so I can't tell. Rain is a myth. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been pretty dry for a while. The pond is probably about 2 foot low now, and we've gotten a couple of decent rains.
Oh, I want to say this. I know Wendy Hardneck at Hardneck Farms has been sharing some info with me and some links. If you're a friend of mine on Facebook, or you follow us at the Broussard Homestead on Facebook, feel free to reach out with any pertinent information, because I am all about finding out what's going on behind the scenes. And if Facebook blocks the links like it has for me, then we share phone numbers or some other way to get in contact. Scratch Made, hello and welcome. It's so good to see you.
That's some people we haven't seen in a little while. And there's Henry.
There is something
Thank
going
you, Henry.
on with me this week. Hey, Autumn, good to see you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can you do that?
I don't even care. I'm talking about it. Lately, because I get so opinionated and I share my opinions on YouTube, that I've been.
We're coming back. That's awesome. Back to YouTube or back to Louisiana?
Either way, that's great news.
Right? Both would be great.
So I've been kind of distancing myself from defining where I work.
I was kind of hoping for the both
on YouTube. But tonight's a little different. I work for Lake Charles Fire Department for the city of Lake Charles. Some of our older videos, a lot of you who have been following us for a while already know that. Some of you who have visited me at the fire station know that, like Scratch Made Homestead. They were gracious enough to bring, after Hurricane Laura, when we were still, everything was just in chaos. Scratch Made Homestead made a trip with a Jeep full of non-perishable foods and
much needed supplies,
toiletries and all kinds of stuff. and it was just an amazing blessing. Thank you very much, Scratch Made.
Got it, Carrie.
So, North Shore Preparedness. I'm so glad to see your name here in the chat. Last week, people were asking if anybody had seen you, and it had been a few days. So,
even your brother.
I'm so glad you're here. So the reason why I'm bringing up the fact that I work for Lake Charles Fire Department is because right now, the union of firefighters that I'm with are we're doing an informational picket. Taking
a break from YouTube. Don't take a break from keeping in touch with your friends. We miss you.
It is unlawful for firemen to strike. Okay. First of all, we never would, because we are public servants. We serve the people of the city. Striking is not in our vocabulary. So what we've done is
awesome. Thank you, Buddy Don.
We've been doing an informational picket in downtown Lake Charles to let people know that starting firemen only make not even. They make $11.17 an hour.
Yeah.
And it's just not a competitive wage. So we are way understaffed. I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe we're supposed to have, what was it, 182 members, and we have 133. So we're about 50 members or 50 firemen short, because, and a lot of it has, I don't care what anybody says, it has to do with that starting wage. So there's lots of issues there that I'm pretty involved in now, because, and look, I wasn't going to get involved too much. I was just going to kind of give background support to the union members, because I share enough unpopular opinions on YouTube. But when the city officials, when I saw their response to the picket, I got pissed off, because they're manipulating data, just like has been happening for the past 2 years. Look, when I say there's corruption on every level of government, I mean it.
I'm trying to look for the article.
When you have an urgency, you're going to call us. You're not going to call a politician. Jake, you're so right. And you would think, see, the Lake Charles firemen have served the community. We were required to stay in the firehouses during a very strong Category 4 Hurricane Laura, back in August of 2020.
Hi, Mary Beth.
We stayed. Our lives were in danger. We stayed. For 4 natural disasters within a year, less than a year, 9 months, I think it was. The city of Lake Charles and the citizens of Lake Charles relied on the first responders. And then the officials come back with statements.
And the first responders showed up. They
no
showed
sound.
up.
Now there's no sound.
Nunya says,
oh, it's good. Good for Nunya. No sound for Hedgehog. 5x5 for Nunya. Isn't that funny? Chief Jim, support from Chief up north. Hang in there, brothers. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Amy Bodo, hello and welcome.
Okay.
A lot of people are saying fine. So whoever it was, I forget, Jenny, and if you have no sound, maybe try refreshing the stream.
Yeah.
Someone else came in, I think. Mary Beth, good to see you.
YouTube doesn't want your comments on politicians.
I'm sure that has a lot to do with it. Today I noticed our local
NBC
station, KPLC, out of Lake Charles. I noticed that every comment under every one of their posts on Facebook is now hidden. You can't see anybody's comments.
Some of the ones on Breaking 911 are doing that too.
I think there's a real crack that this is communism. This is what the Chinese people go through. I mean, there's just they're very limited as to what they can be exposed to, and that's starting to happen here.
Sounds like the mic itself is actually going out. That's what I'm concerned about.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
Are you using the mic from the webcam? Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to get into that, but we tried another mic last week and it didn't work out either. So it might be the this. The USB hub.
Could be.
Anyway, what else did I notice? There was something else. I was going somewhere and I keep getting distracted. Sounds great when it works.
Lake Charles Fireman.
Lake Charles Fireman. Squalor conditions. You
have what, 2 stations closed?
Two of the 10 stations are still closed.
From the hurricane.
From hurricane damage.
Yeah.
All of the stations still have hurricane damage that needs to be repaired. One of the stations was actually, the roof was leaking into the living quarters until one of the firemen walked around the station videoing it and posted it on Facebook. And then suddenly the roof was getting fixed. All of a sudden, I mean, they were going to do it, you know. We live in the hot, humid, sweltering South, and out of 15 active fire trucks, 2 of them have working air conditioners. What else is there?
Is it yours going out?
If you live in the Lake Charles area, I know we don't have a whole lot of viewers in Lake Charles in the city, but if you do, be sure and share this information with your neighbors or your friends who may live in Lake Charles, because this really affects not only, hey, Suburban Hillbilly, good to see you. You know, when you pick up the phone and call 911, you want experienced firefighters who know what they're doing to come and help you out, right? Well, PIAL, I don't remember what it stands for. Property Insurance Association of Louisiana, I believe. They do an ISO rating, a fire rating. And the rating is from 1 to 10, 1 being the best, 10 being the worst. Well, they understand that you have to have firefighters, well-trained professional firefighters, to man the trucks and to respond to emergencies. So the personnel is a very large chunk of what the rating is on. There's also water availability, and there's something else in there too, but a very large percentage, almost half, I want to say it's 40% of the rating is on trained personnel. Now, why is that important? Okay, the fire rating tells your insurance company what's the risk, what's the likelihood of your house burning down, not burning down, but
getting significant damage.
There you go.
Due to the fire department not showing up for 30 minutes, 45 minutes. You know, their response time is a huge part of the PIAL rating. So
Lake Charles is teetering on the edge. We've kept a 2 rating for the past 2. I think it's a 5-year cycle. Every 5 years, ISO comes in and rates the
Hi,
the
Tammy,
fire
welcome.
department. Hi, Tammy.
Hi, Miss Patty.
Miss Patty, the tinker's wife. And Lake Charles has just been barely hanging on to their rating of a 2, which is really high.
Yeah, and that keeps people's homeowners insurance low. It also goes to the business owners And property owners, their insurance lowers significantly when that rating is better.
Right. So if that rating drops from a 2 to a 3, that's going to reflect on every citizen of Lake Charles homeowners insurance, property insurance, and
business insurance.
Business is property insurance, right? Every business owner, every homeowner, every property owner in town is going to pay more for their property insurance if that rating falls.
That's right. It's not just fires, but they're usually the first on scene of many emergencies. No, they don't respond to every wreck. When Abby had her wreck, we live 25 miles from Lake Charles, where Abby works. She makes a 25-mile drive every day. We got a phone call shortly after she wrecked. We left here. We were 5 minutes away when the ambulance arrived to her.
Sound is choppy again. Dang it. Hey, Dakota. Well, it's not the phone. I bet it's this USB.
You can't unplug it.
No, I tried unplugging it a week ago and it's back.
I think your mic is messing up when you guys start talking really fast or something.
I don't know.
Amy sounds suddenly bad. Sorry, that's just me. And now it's clear.
It's better. Okay. I appreciate you guys giving me the heads up on this stuff, because we're gonna have to do something.
Next week we're gonna try using my computer, and that'll tell us if it's something in your computer, or if it's something in the hub, because I have my own hub.
Right. Hey, Christy. I'm gonna try something here. I'm gonna move this mouse and see if I'm not having issues with the mouse that's plugged into the hub.
Still doing it. It sounds like a connection issue. And it could be an internet connection issue. We have a tree in the field that's kind of giving a little crap.
We have our particular internet connection relies on a straight line of sight, and there's a tree that's starting to grow into the way that we need to chop out of there. So we'll try that over this week too, if I have time.
You can just chop it and lay it down.
Right.
Really weird.
Where it's at, it doesn't matter.
I think what it is it could be in and out because that tree is just barely in the line of sight. So if the wind is blowing a little bit, that could be causing it. We're all live. Let's get to chopping. The tree must be doing crap.
Oh, darn.
Oh, man. That's good stuff.
Oh, shoot. On the world stage, things are heating up pretty good, too. I noticed that more and more countries are having farmers stand up and revolt against stupid green laws. I know the Dutch farmers in the Netherlands. Today I saw Italy, and there was another country. They don't want you to see these things because they don't want you to get inspired. But I'm telling you, it's happening. It's happening all over the world. Revolutions are starting.
The infamous tree versus dinner, right?
The time for the majority to just sit silent is over. It's over.
I've been chopping down cedar trees growing close to my private road.
Klaus can suck it.
Our military needs to stand up for us.
I believe we're on the precipice of something changing, Wendy. And it's hard to explain what I'm saying without using the words that's going to get me taken completely off of this platform. But
tell us how you really feel.
It seems to me, I'm seeing evidence that leads me to believe that something is in the works and something is going to change very soon. As crazy as things are, as crazy as the
that's what you want. Okay.
The leftists are doing things right now, it really feels like last ditch efforts, like the death throes of a beast. Mm-hmm. And I think they know that they don't have long left. Monkeypox is a thing now. And by the way, there's it was somebody in New York, was it a lawyer or somebody, decided to ask the WHO to rename monkeypox because that is offensive. It's that stupid. It's that stupid. Good guys got to reset it. That's a good way of putting that. And that's what I was thinking. Good guys got a reset plan in action too. The next round of the Rona is being rolled out. Yeah. And the jabs.
It is. It's going around here. I've heard of several people that have had it or whatever, but it's no worse than a cold for the ones that are unjabbed.
I say we just call it donkey pox and be and be done with it.
Just identify with
I saw a thing today. It said they
renamed murder hornets.
Really? I saw a thing today. It said they can't tell you what a woman is. They can't tell you what a recession is, but they know that fifth jab is the one that's going to do it.
If there's foreign interference in elections,
yes, sir, or ma'am, you are exactly right. Kentucky Patriot Semper Fi. I am not a Marine, but Semper Fi.
Son got a religious exemption. Awesome. He got out of the Air Force. Wow. I'm glad that people are standing up.
Trump said that anybody thrown out of the military over the jab mandates will be reinstated with back pay.
I believe it. Now there's a nursing shortage here in Lake Charles. Some of it has to do with the COVID stuff. Some of it had to do with the hurricanes. A lot of it had to do with the jabs, because Ochsner's in Lake Charles, I know for sure. I don't know about Memorial, but I know Ochsner's forced either you're jabbed or you're unemployed. And now all of a sudden there's a nursing shortage. Well, duh.
Yeah, prayers for that family, Wendy, for sure. I bought this shirt from Tractor Supply, I guess about a year ago, because I thought it was pretty cool. There's the black flag. I'm not even sure what that symbol is.
Definitely praying for that, Wendy.
But I got it because of what's on the back. I didn't realize it was on the back. And I was going to wear it for the live stream, but you guys can't see it. I don't even remember what it says. Faith,
family, flag, and freedom.
Yeah. So anyway, back to the farmers. There's no doubt.
Wait.
Andy, Country Girls Angie?
Yeah.
Four shots and people. Right. North Shore, aren't Canadian farmers rising up as well?
Pancreatitis again. Thank you for letting me know that, Christy. I'm going to reach out to Dawn. Yeah,
there's no doubt at this point. I believe that the food supply is under severe attack. Hey, Gil.
we got a few good shirts lately, and
Not like overseas. Okay.
Tractor Supply's really been hammering out those types of t-shirts, the patriotic shirts,
Right.
and they're selling like crazy.
Undoubtedly, we as citizens are under attack, but I believe that it is because the deep state folks are also under attack by the good guys.
In Michigan.
And I believe so because there's still a ton of money being sent over to Ukraine. And of course, we all know that Ukraine has been the money laundering capital of the world for decades. Arms are being sold abroad. Another 20 million barrels of oil from our reserve has been sold. I believe that their money has dried up, and they're trying their best to fund the things that they intend to implement. I mean, it's obvious. The crazy leftists are just they're writing executive orders, they're changing laws, now they're trying to put term limits on the Supreme Court. We all know, and we've been screaming it from the rooftops for years, that Congress needs term limits. But no, they don't want to talk about that because they're the ones that make the laws. They can't have that. You can't put limits on yourself. Somebody's got to do this. Don't even get me started on Hunter. People are being sued for a cover-up over the laptop now. The Louisiana Attorney General Jeff Landry, and there's another state, I think it's Missouri, I'm not sure about that, Attorney General, who are suing, what is it? It's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Dr. Fauci, several for censoring the public.
$16 for a 25-pound bag of rabbit pellets today. That's double in under a year. 50-pound bag of layer feed is $18. Wonder why rabbit feed is going up more than any other animal feed.
We have one politician for sure that we can count on in Louisiana, and that's our Attorney General Jeff Landry.
Yeah.
Now, John Kennedy ain't too bad. That dude gets funny. Little Frenchie, welcome. Right? I should have worn a tinfoil
No, because then
hat.
we'd have had some serious microphone issues.
A 50-pound bag of rabbit food there is $17.99. I think it's actually more here. I'm not sure. I'm not certain. Animal feed has gone way up.
Yeah.
Everything is inflated. Gas prices are coming down a little bit, but I'm not going to give them a win for that.
No. The gas price is up to try to push everybody.
Is good.
To push everybody to buy an electric vehicle, which it's not going to happen. I'm not going to spend the extra. We've been looking at vehicles. We have.
Yeah.
And the electric vehicles are 10 to 15,000 higher than the gas vehicles. Not to mention.
Right, the grid can't handle it. You're right.
Well, even if we were to charge our car off of solar.
Enjoy dinner, Gil.
Off of the solar power. I don't know. It's just. I don't want to have to drive around and go, oh man, I got to stop putting my car in for an hour.
Oh, when we hear that 10th Marines activated, it's going to get retrained to work with the National Guard. Okay, I didn't know that. I'm going to keep an eye or an ear out for that. Is the sound bad again? Dang it. I don't even know what to do about it. I mean, Abby walked by. Surely
you're interfering.
Are you on the Wi-Fi?
The cable works out.
Are we underwater? Not yet. But you know, according to the Climate Change Act, we should have been like 10 years ago.
Sound is messing up like last week because of. Yeah, back off of the table. It worked last time.
Does it?
Yeah, because you're moving the table, and I think it's the.
Okay. Anyway.
Yep.
Okay. Glad we didn't have too much trouble with it.
Stop touching the table. Listen to me. I think it might be a bad connection on that port.
We're gonna have to get another one for sure and try that at least.
Because when you move the table, it wiggles the port. Because the whole table shakes.
Okay. All right. All right. So, where was I?
Tie the tree to make it bend away from line of sight and see if it does anything. What are you doing?
I'm trying not to touch the table. Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness.
Hey, Kalen Strain, welcome.
I think it is. I think it's his little port. He's got the port plugged in. It's got extra USBs. And that's where the camera and the microphone are plugged in. So when he's touching the table, it wiggles just a little bit. And I think that's what's causing the interference. There's a loose connection or something, maybe.
Only if Bino's wearing the helmet. Oh, someone tagged the spot where he fell off the bike on Google Maps and called it Brandon Falls, and now it's a national landmark on Google Maps. And the reviews are outstanding. It's great. Man. Storm radios and cats. Hey, how appropriate. Cats. With the tinfoil hat.
Table.
That's great. Break out binoculars and move back from the table. These old eyes probably would benefit from that.
Sounds like the kids. I'm just watching.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, man. We are going to work on getting that tree cut out.
I don't know if that's a problem, but I'm going to see if it helps.
Well, we're going to do some things and see if we can improve our signal, and we're going to do something different with that whole port thing. You could probably use mine. You just have to format it for the.
For what? You have a USB hub?
Yes. See, y'all, he don't listen. I just said that a few minutes ago.
That's a plug and play. You don't have to format that. That's just a USB hub. There's no software in it.
Oh, okay. I thought you had to format it.
Mm-mm. No, that was the external hard drive.
Okay. It's storming here. I wish it was storming here.
Where is that? General location. Storms, radios, and cats. Where are you at? What part?
Versus the tree.
What part of the world are you in?
Well, since the tree is not on our property, we have to get kind of creative.
Yeah, that's not a shade tree. That's it's in the overgrown property next to us.
Yeah.
That we kind of do what we want with because the owner had told us we can.
Yeah.
So cutting out that tree was there's no reason not to, other than it's just the weather tries to murder you right now. Oh, oh wow, that's probably not as funny as I found it, but good grief.
My weather radio came on about a half hour ago, but there's no bad weather going on here at this time.
Central Kentucky. Okay.
Whatever is causing it, your voice sounds like it has
Parkinson's.
Well, that's incredible.
That's great. Oh man.
So we sound slow and slurred and strokish.
So what was it? I guess it was over a week ago on Facebook. A fellow YouTuber decided to call me, refer to me as a fearmonger. So if you guys think I'm fear mongering, by all means, just, call me out.
Okay, you need to just leave that alone.
I'm going to get another cup of coffee.
I've been cutting a lot of fallen trees and branches this year on my property. Yeah, we've had some tree issues with this whole internet thing. We're trying to clear a path because when we installed the internet, it was not the growing season, it was the middle of winter. So it wasn't an issue. Well, as things started to grow, now we have an issue. But we just need to get out there and get to cutting. So
and that
it's just been so hot. It really is.
It is the struggle of a rural YouTuber. I mean, there's not that many great internet services to be had out in the country.
Right. So no fear mongering. People are responsible for their own fear. Sorry, I can't call you out at this. I don't have your number, and I can't yell that loud from Iowa.
Gotta be Nanya.
That's Kaylin.
Oh.
108 Hardknack Farm. Oh my goodness. We got a rover on Mars, but can't get internet here. Right? There's some channels that wouldn't have anything to talk about if things went good in the world. And see, I don't want to be that way. I don't want to. I don't want to put out only the bad. There's things going on here, like with the fire department, that most people out of state don't know. Most people out of the Lake Charles area don't know. Heck, most people in Lake Charles don't know.
Thank you, Bayou Dawn. That is another thing that came across my news feed today. Trump issued a statement that he's filing a defamation lawsuit against CNN, and he said that he will be naming other defendants.
Fearmonger, I could point out certain channels that are 100% selling fear.
I believe that too, yeah.
And we're not trying to, but
we talk about current events, and we may do some speculating as to what it means. But I'm not. First of all, I'm not trying to tell you that I know what's happening, because I really don't.
But, no, but I can tell you, hey, if this is going to go this way, like so and so has said it is, then we need to put up some food, start growing your own, learn some skills,
take some steps towards self-sufficient life. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Sean. Supply chain issues, but the vax can be shipped everywhere with no issues.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, if you start talking about lizard people, lizard people only live on the moon. Just kidding. Don't believe
Wait, did you see? Is somebody named Cats as an extraterrestrial being?
What?
Yeah, that's a real thing.
Wait.
Cats.
But I'm not understanding what you're saying. Please clarify.
Somebody actually claims that cats are an extra, from another.
Is this the same person who claims that bees are fish?
I think it might. Yeah.
Is that California? Probably. Don't discriminate the lizard people.
I gotta look this up. It was an actual news article.
Somebody's claiming cats are extraterrestrial.
Yes. Okay, now I'm not gonna be able to find it.
Alien cats. Survival manuals. Oh, speaking of, well, first of all, you made me think of a couple of things. Paper maps of your area would be a great thing to have.
This is a Florida news station.
Florida.
It's a Florida news station.
Okay.
But it came from scientists.
Invasive. Oh, wait. Invasive alien species. That doesn't mean outer space. That means like we used to be able to say illegal aliens. They're just not.
Oh, I read it wrong.
Non-native.
They changed the wording. We don't have alien cats here in California, but we have many lizard people. I've been to California, and it's a pretty interesting place.
What was I going to say? Let's see. What did Kentucky Patriot said? Survival manuals. That's right. Reach out to people from the LDS Church, the Latter-day Saints, Mormons. They're not pushy about making you join their religion. That's not what I'm trying to do. But they are very good at preparedness, practicing preparedness, teaching preparedness. They'll even, a lot of times, they'll sell freeze-dried foods from their storehouses. They
also sell bulk foods.
Hey, John, good to see you.
The lizard people would be offended by that California comment. Much like Nutra are not native to
Really? I didn't know that.
Okay. I read the article wrong, but like the comments were thinking along the same lines as I was. You know, now they're going to say that cats are from Mars. And I only read a few comments. Like it was just one of those, I just kind of skimmed the headline and a few of the comments and was like, wow, these are the same people that said bees are what?
Fish, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Classified bees as fish.
How?
Couldn't tell you.
When's the last time you saw a living bee underwater?
I don't know. Just saying, I don't know where that logic comes from. It makes no sense to me.
First year living here, Border Patrol knocked on my door and asked me if I had seen any aliens. It took me a minute to realize he wasn't talking about UFOs.
LDS does have a website you can purchase from. Okay.
Of course, my bees breathe water. Mine don't. LDS does have a website. Oh, yeah. That's good to know. And hello, author. I knew you were lurking in the background.
He spoke up way earlier once.
Then I missed it.
Arthur is more of a viewer than a chatter.
That's okay. Unless you get him on the phone.
This is true.
Then he will chat you all
I can't blame that all on him though, because I chatted him up just as much as
I know, but that was like such awesome conversation. And I wasn't involved in a lot of it, but I was listening to all of it. Website prices are way higher than their in-person home storage centers. Okay, that's good to know. I really enjoy conversations with Arthur, but like you've got to really have some time.
Amish are great preference. Yes, they are. There's a Mennonite community not too far from us, maybe an hour and a half.
That's where we need to do. That's what we need to do. Is we need to make a trip up there and get with Reagan.
Why don't y'all eat the Nutra? I don't.
Because it's a rat.
I haven't seen a Nutra in years. I don't know if they're still.
Yeah, they're still here. They're still here. They stick to the bayous, the canals and things like that. They don't normally come up into the yards and stuff like that. They're more of an aquatic thing, but
semi-aquatic. Yeah, they live in the swamps and stuff. Yeah, because it's a rat. Yeah. Well, so is a squirrel, really.
Yeah, but have you seen those things? Those. They are hideous.
Oh man.
I don't eat squirrel. I mean, I would if I have to. I guess if I had to eat a Nutra, then it is what it is. But now y'all, as soon as the weather turns, if these big swamp rabbits are visible from my back porch, there's gonna be swamp rabbits laid out all over in the field.
Ratatouille.
Nutra's not bad.
We have
come on and get them if you want them.
We have lots of wildlife that we see around our homestead pretty often. The past few mornings, getting up to go to work, I've seen an armadillo.
It's a rat thing. It is
rooting in the lawn, and which I don't care. I mean, he's fine. An armadillo.
I'm not shooting at an armadillo.
If it's just digging for grubs and stuff, fine. We'll share the space.
I'm not shooting an armadillo. I'm not doing it. I've heard too many horror stories about ricocheting bullets off of those shells. And my luck, I'm going to shoot at the armadillo and it's going to ping back and hit me. Oh, boy. If I can eat a snake, I can eat a rat. I don't know. Careful, armadillos carry leprosy.
Oh, really?
I've heard that. I have read that. I mean, how do you get it, though?
Maybe that'll be the next pandemic.
Seriously. Oh, Abby. You talk. I just thought of something.
What?
The orientation is on August 3rd.
An armadillo, really, if you think about it, an armadillo is just an assault possum.
That's ever so slightly conniving, but you know. Who cares?
What?
Her orientation for class, her school is on August 3rd, so it's her dentist appointment. It's at the same time.
Yes, it doesn't have to go now.
Oh, okay.
Whoops.
How's Abby feeling? New car yet?
Abby, go on camera just for a moment.
Come and just say hello.
Hey, bring your coffee cup and you can show it off.
Possum on a half shell, I like it.
Oh, hush your face and go outside.
Caddish.
I was texting. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so Abby's feeling pretty good, sassy as ever. She's been back to work, doing pretty good. Oh, Southern Boy Prepper, good to see you.
Hello.
Here's Abby.
Hello.
So we have. Last week we had put a deposit on Chevy Trax. Well, we moved that deposit to a 2023 Chevy Trailblazer. Thank you. It hasn't even been dropped off of the cargo ship yet.
Yep.
So we're expecting that within a week, and then Abby will be back on the road. We test drove a Trailblazer today, though. Well, you did.
Yeah, I did.
And she loved it.
Yeah.
No Corvette. But the Trailblazer was pretty affordable. A little cheaper than our Equinox. And almost as many features.
Oh.
A lot of good features. That's what I told her. I said, you know how old I was when I got a brand new vehicle for the first time? Yeah, that was last year. So I'll tell you what, though, guys. Back in 2020, when I went through a divorce from my first wife, Cheyenne's mom. I'm sorry, in 2000. Why do I keep confusing 2020 and 2000? I keep transposing those for whatever reason.
It's like,
You gave me that look. So back in 2000, when I separated from my ex-wife, financially, I was ruined. I didn't even get established before getting married to her. It was puppy love that didn't work out. But anyway, so my credit score was down in the 400s with a repo of a trailer house and all kinds of just bad stuff. And Amy bore the brunt of that old relationship financially, and so did the kids. But we have worked very hard to pay things off and be more responsible and improve our credit rating. And we are in the mid 700s now, which is really, really good. So good that we've done some like preliminary pre-qualifications for a car loan, and one of the offers we got was like 2-point-something% interest. So that's like amazing compared to where we were. We were so bad that at one point we had to rent a home because there was no way we could buy anything. And when it came to appliances like washer and dryer, we had to rent to own from like Aaron's, and which it's not a bad thing. It's just really expensive. Hey, Michelle. Wait, what did I miss from Reagan? Kelly's at the doctor, bad pains and stomach. Oh, I'm so sorry. Prayers for Kelly for sure. Brand new cars depreciate 20% as soon as they're driven off the lot. I don't know if that's uh, true anymore for as far as that percentage goes, because our Equinox is just a little over a year old, and it's held its value pretty darn well. The economy and the cost of things has gotten just plain stupid. I feel sorry for this generation coming up. I don't know, unless things take a drastic turn for the better. Um, it's going to be a struggle for sure. Oh, yeah, that's gap insurance. That's yeah, that's with our insurance provider. I think we've already estimated that. Amy's handling more of that stuff. I'll be honest. She knows. She knows more of that.
We haven't estimated that yet.
Oh, we haven't.
No.
Okay. Chevy holds good resale value. Very good. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. We've grown to love our Chevy salesman. So if you're in the Lake Charles area and you need a referral to a good salesman, let me know. I'll hook you up. He has just treated us so well. As a matter of fact, when Abby bought her Spark back in January, we had gone to talk to Demarie and kind of looked at what was on the lot before we decided. And even though we weren't purchasing with him, he still ran a Carfax for us for free on the Spark that Abby was buying from a private individual. So he's a really good guy. Is there going to be anything left for them? That's a real concern of mine, Michelle.
I wouldn't say 100%, but a whole lot better.
Thank you, Michelle. The more likes we get, the better. The better our ratings are on YouTube. So we appreciate the thumbs ups.
Oh yeah, my mug. It's got cats, and it says.
It's cat person.
Yeah.
Alien person. Is that? Oh no, it's just the way it's painted. I saw it like this. Oh no, it is. It's got a see how it's like not straight.
Yeah, it's
almost like it's hand cut or something.
Yeah, I like it though.
I'm owned by a cat. I like that. That is true. Talk of restrictions on number of animals and no roosters. What does that mean, Michelle? In your area? Maybe having 3 generations under one roof like the Waltons, which I'd be okay with if we get the mountain too, right?
No.
Dogs have owners, cats have staff. I like that.
Pretty much.
And you, like, they look at you like we are their servants too. They surely, they look down on us. Spotted a stray cat who I know was stealing my cat's food. think it might have. Oh, it's been a tough year. I know on a personal level, our gardens have suffered from the heat and drought. I know I saw a thing today that was like the corn production is at like 60 something percent. It's just it's issues with the food supply. So the more we can provide for ourselves, the better off we're going to be. And it really is a patriotic thing to do so. And here's why. Because when the system can only provide so much, I know it's corrupt. I'm not going there right now. But when the system can only provide so much food for so many people, then if we provide for ourselves, then we take the stress off the system, if that makes sense. Kitties can be a-holes. Ain't that the truth?
Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
There's a huge amount of things that are on the grocery store shelves that have either some sort of corn, some sort of soy, or some sort of wheat in the product. Corn is probably the most prevalent ingredient in everything that we eat. Obviously, there's corn. There's cornmeal, corn starch, high fructose corn syrup, maltodextrin, maltodextrose. What?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, that comes from corn. I am a genius, you guys. You just don't know it.
Animal food. A lot of dog food,
Yep.
chicken food, rabbit food. You know, those types of things.
Canadian, welcome. Tips. Is it a tinfoil hat?
Hey, maybe if you'd have made your tinfoil hat,
I should have.
we might have had a better signal.
Oh, maybe we should put a tinfoil hat on the Wi-Fi. Guys, look, do you know the origin of the tinfoil hat?
Okay. On a local radio station, I heard that the Iowa General Crop Condition Report went down from last week.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah.
There was these guys, these people that were considered wackadoos. I mean, and they would wear these tinfoil hats to try to prevent like mind control rays, right? And we all thought they were freaking insane, but now, like, the more it goes and the longer it goes, like, they might have been onto something. There was a guy who did a FOIA request, FOIA, which is Freedom of Information Act request, and it was for something, I forget what he did the request for, some information. But instead of the accurate information that he asked for, he was given these like plans for direct energy rays and like I don't know. I don't remember. It was just
tinfoil hats are warm.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Any kind of hat nowadays is a little too warm. It's been pretty warm here, and the rain has helped some, but I'm ready for summer to be done.
I mean, we're over here doing the best that we can to pay our monthly bills, while CERN is over there ripping the space-time continuum and just being like, let's see what happens.
Meanwhile, the government operates from shielded rooms. Weird how that works out.
I mean, we're just doing the best that we can. That's all any of us can do, right?
We've been helping to lower our energy costs lately and our energy usage. And it's working. It's slow, but it's working.
We're setting the air conditioner to 78 where we used to have it on 75 in the daytime. We're setting it up to 78, and it's like borderline sweating. But we're doing our best to reduce our energy costs because Entergy is like no Vaseline to us. So.
All right. It's really not that bad except for the peak hottest part of the day. So it's not terrible all day. It's just for a few hours in the late afternoon or early afternoon. And it's pretty rough. So
my chat stopped moving. Okay, there.
We're up to 35 likes. That's what I'm showing.
That's cool. I'm good with
36.
that. Appreciate those likes. We're inching closer and closer to the 5K mark. We're at, I think it was 4825 when we started the stream tonight. As far as subscribers, I mean.
There have been some important people in Europe who reported a buzzing sound and intense heat in their office building. Nearly the whole office is convinced a microwave weapon was used.
See, that is a thing. That's, yeah.
We've only been out
Bends over acres.
In the drought area for 3 weeks and went right back in. Crops are suffering.
If Ida had not destroyed your pool, oh man.
They felt it in their heads.
I believe that. That sounds like a direct energy weapon, which is a thing. It's not a theory, it's a thing.
Well, that's like the whole manipulating the weather. It just makes me wonder, can they stop it from raining and cause a drought to affect the crops, you know?
I feel like that's not only a possibility, but a likelihood at this point.
Christy, I'm there with you. The heat does feel different. I don't know if it's just because I'm getting older. I don't know.
Maybe it's just because the things we do out in the heat aren't fun. We used to get out there and just have a good time. Now we've got work to do.
Maybe. I don't know. I about killed myself the other day trying to cut grass. I'm having to work my schedule around Abby's schedule now because her car is gone. So I'm her taxi back and forth to work. So I have to bring her 25 miles, drop her off at work, and come home, and then get whatever yard work done. So I'm normally not home until like 10:30, 11 o'clock. So
well, Abby,
I had to cut grass.
Abby works.
You know,
Abby works 2 jobs in the city, and they're about a mile apart from one another.
Yeah.
So we go bring Abby. I say we when I'm off work, I go too. But Amy goes to bring Abby to work, and then about 5 hours later, Abby needs to go. Oh, somebody take care of that, please. You're gonna have to delete the person. So 5 hours later,
North Shore's on it. So,
Abby, yeah. Thank you, moderators, appreciate it. 5 hours later, Abby's got to go from one job to the other, and then 5 hours after that, Abby's got to be picked up to come home. So that time in between where Abby's got to go from one job to the other, we've got Amy has a friend in town who has blessed us so that we don't have to make 3 trips in a day.
Mary's picking her up from one job, bringing her to the next job, and then I take care of bringing her to Lake Charles and back from Lake Charles. So it has been a tremendous blessing because I'm able to get at least a little bit of stuff done during the day. The problem is I'm only able to do stuff during the heat of the day. So cutting grass, weed eating, or push mowing is freaking brutal.
A moringa orchard.
Yeah, I saw that.
How about that?
I have one.
Finally got one to
grow moringa
in the ground.
And then I have one that's in a bucket. But the minute I put it in dirt, it starts to die. If I take it out of the dirt and put it in a bucket of water, within a week it starts coming back. So I'm gonna have to mix up some soil that has like a really heavy moisture content or something, holds the moisture pretty well. Our chat stopped moving.
Are we frozen? I see the chat stopped. Are we good? We may have lost service.
Nope. There's Michigan.
Okay, good deal. You're just not talking.
You just got quiet. And look, there's everybody in here.
Yeah, right.
All at one time.
You must just be really into what we're saying. That's great.
Slowly add dirt to the water, and then it might adjust to the dirt.
Huh.
Ah,
that makes sense.
That's not a bad idea.
But I did see Jess from Roots and Refuge. I saw her video, I guess it was about a month or two ago, where she was talking about the soil producers, the ones who bag up the soil and sell. They've been
have a good night, Carrie.
They've been having to source their supplies and materials from other places that they're not testing out and stuff, and they believe that herbicide is getting into these soils, potting soils and topsoils and stuff that we're buying in the bags. And that could very well be true, because the raised bed that we built this year, all of the peppers are we kind of have an experiment.
I'm with you, Wendy. I think it's on purpose.
Oh,
hey,
absolutely.
Patty Mac.
So Bless Homestead, we missed you last
Brett, get off the table.
I'm not touching the table.
Michelle said, Brett, get off the table.
I'm not touching the table.
I'm just telling you.
Tina Ladybug, hello and welcome.
Michelle's helping me keep track of you. Don't touch the table. I think what I'm going to do to that new bed is I'm just going to take everything out of it, because nothing's growing worth a crap anyway.
Right.
And I'm going to take some of the compost that's in the chicken yard and stir that sucker up big time.
Yeah, we could put grass clippings and all kind of stuff in there. I know,
and just let it sit.
With grass clippings, I know you get some grass seed in there too, but I don't think that's a big deal.
We get weeds anyway, so.
Right. Bad soil the last 2 years. We're up to 38 thumbs up.
Well, we're going to start. I'm determined. I'm going to start using just our own compost as much as we can, and doing it that way. I know it's going to take a little while longer, but it is what it is. I think we might have enough cinder blocks for one more bed, and that might be all that we put in.
I think that's all we're going to do. Is as far as raised annual gardens, vegetable gardens, is one more cinder block bed. But really liking the idea of just a natural looking food forest.
I want one in the front and one in the back. And when we start on the one in the back, it's going to be after we get the bees out of here.
Hey Diggs, haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you.
We are looking into getting rid of our bees. We're going to sell off all of our bee equipment. I can't handle the bees on my own because the boxes are so heavy, and it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of risk, because if I were to get stung or whatever out there, I'm by myself. There's nobody out here to even notice that I'm down. I'm
pretty sure that one is full of honey though. You drive by it on the mower and it smells delicious.
Oh, really?
Yeah. At least that one.
The one on the north side, yeah. So whoever's going to buy it is going to get all the bees, all the honey, and everything that goes with it.
The thing of it is, we don't necessarily need the pollinator. We don't need to be
Winnie, come on and get them.
Because less than a quarter mile away from us is a commercial beehive apiary, I guess.
Yeah. And they trade them out like every so often or whatever.
So the pollinators
are
are here.
to sell his bees and hives because his wife got such a serious allergic reaction. Yeah, we actually had some friends of ours that were YouTubers. That's what happened. He was at work and she went to take care of the hives and she got stung seriously bad multiple times and had a really bad reaction and ended up in the hospital over it. And they ended up getting out of bees and they were all in, you know. So that's one of my fears is working on it on my own. So a lot of times I have to wait until oh boy.
Thank you, North Shore. Appreciate that.
He's faster than I am.
Yeah, the hive and the homestead. That was Joey and Jesse. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have to wait until Brett's home. And it's just been unruly hot. And the suits that we have don't breathe. I can't stay out there long enough. The heat has been getting to me so bad. I just can't stay out there long enough to do what needs to be done. So
it takes talent to choke on air.
A lot of things. Oh man, I guess we made it then. You know, we have trolls again.
Yeah, it's been a long time we had a troll.
I know.
I feel like I'm somebody again.
Oh man, we've just been kind of trucking along. I have been dehydrating peppers. I've got a whole container. It's about a gallon of dried peppers over there. I've got another container over here. These are all cayenne peppers.
She takes that and puts it through a blend. Is the blender that you use?
The Ninja blender, yeah.
Yeah, and powders it. Not quite as fine as like store-bought red pepper, but somewhere in between like a ground red pepper and a red pepper flake. And it's so delicious.
Mac, you don't need the link to that dating site. Stay safe. It usually splits around me here. Oh.
Yeah, it was Henry Kissinger, I believe, who said, roughly quoted, "He who controls the food controls the people."
Yeah. And that's the whole thing, is that we're trying to get off of the system as much as humanly possible. I mean, I can't grow all the rice that we're going to need, or, you know, with flour and all things like that, but we can do a lot on our own.
There was an afternoon, I think it was about a week ago, that the EBT cards weren't working. And if you don't know what EBT cards are, that's the food stamps. And people was not happy. Leaving entire buggies just out.
Yeah,
with frozen
watch
foods
the chaos in one day.
One afternoon, just a couple of hours.
Yeah. My dehydrator crapped out yesterday, so I couldn't dehydrate some diced sweet potatoes. I had oh no! That's why you have a backup for your backup. I have 5.
She's got a backup for the backup for the backup.
Stop touching the table.
Backup.
Stop touching the table. Food control has been happening for thousands of years. Yeah.
Lead Farmer 73 may be interested in your. It needs to be someone local, so I don't know is that person local to us in Southwest Louisiana?
Build a solar food dehydrator. It's so hot they dry fast.
Again.
Okay. Wendy, the only problem about the solar dehydrator is our humidity today was 90%. EBT, electronic balance transfer, also used for other benefits.
Oh, right.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, so all of that
Thank you,
was
Henry.
Down. I said food stamp. That's the only.
Well, the food stamp.
When we had to use it, it was only for food that we used it for.
Well,
because we've been there.
It wasn't the whole thing that was down. It was just the food stamp purchases, I believe, that were causing havoc. Yeah, no solar, dehydrated apartment faces north. Where'd it go? And it's shaded. Yeah.
Yeah,
He
so
drove-
when we're
Says he don't care. He drove from South Carolina to Florida for bees.
oh wow. Well, if you
Let him know that we're interested. We have 3 full hives and the boxes to create a 4th.
well, we'd chat with him if you would share our email address with him.
Yeah.
It's down in the description. It's on our about page, and I bet that Henry is about to share in the chat.
My wife's gonna get it. That stupid troll. Ugh.
You would think as much as these platforms censor us,
Thank you, Henry.
they would be able to stop stuff like
They don't want to stop stuff like that.
that's what I'm saying.
Duh. We need to make a rat bucket. One of those with the little spinny thing on the top, and it drowns the rats.
We have a rat problem in our outbuildings.
Yeah, because look, I'm tired of going to get the mower, and they like scatter all over. Oh,
No, we have
things are gross.
a few of that I don't mind is the orb weaver spiders.
Do
Some
you
people
know?
call them banana spiders. They're beautiful.
I planted some of those Mexican sunflowers in dirt, and that rat dug it out of my dirt cup and ate it.
Lord.
I had a whole platter of like dried the
Canadian.
Mexican sunflowers. I was getting ready to get all the seeds out of them, and I forgot them overnight. They're gone. The whole.
Well, that's like with the
thing.
with the 2,000 mules.
We need to make a troll bucket.
With the 2,000 mules, they pinpointed the data. I mean the location data
Sean Woods.
on those the people who visited the drop boxes many times, and then the narrative was, oh, you can't pinpoint data like that, and then immediately following that, a law was proposed to say that you can't collect that data. So if you can't do it to begin with, why would they need a law to say that you can't do that, right? The same with the vice president and the January 6th. They said, well, the vice president can't send the votes back to the states. He doesn't have that power. And now there's a bill proposed to say that the president doesn't have that power. I mean, come on, people. How much more obvious can it be?
I wrote that down, Kaylin. Thank you for that. It's Sean Woods on YouTube. I'm going to go look that up because I do not like rats. They stink. They're gross. Ugh. They're just all around creepy.
No more dead people voting. I'll tell you what, Bayou Dawn, it's getting so bad that the dead people are going to start voting Republican. It's that bad.
Yeah.
Jeanette, you're right. Why algorithm censors speech but not pervert trolls? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we probably can be a little more free, Amy and me, on topic as far as speech goes, because our we're not that big of a channel.
Our channel is small and nobody cares.
More or less. You guys care, and that's all that matters to me.
Don't they carry the hot spot?
I don't know about that. If you told me that, I would believe you, because I have no idea.
I don't know, but that comment didn't come up on mine.
No, I'm on live chat.
Maybe, okay. I refreshed.
Probably because it has certain words in it.
I guess.
Oh, Honta? I don't
know.
I don't know. Power grid can't handle it. Oh, Henry shared a link with you.
Send that to me in Messenger, Henry, when you get a chance. It doesn't have to be right now. I can
carry the plague.
I'm afraid to click on it because the internet's so sketchy right now. I don't want to do too much of anything extra. It can be deadly to humans from the droppings. Yeah.
That's not good.
I just had to push the live chat button to see some of the chat. Yeah, I was noticing it on his computer, and I was like, wait a minute, mine didn't move.
Oh, wow. It hid that. It hid Black Plague. Someone had to authorize that comment.
Wow. That's weird. Probably because of the color word in there.
Probably. I saw a video today. Our wonderful, elegant vice president was sitting at the end of a table.
Talking about alien.
and she was opening a meeting. I don't remember who all was there. Hey, Mark. And she stated first of all, she was wearing a face covering, a mask. And she stated her name, her pronouns, and what she was wearing.
Described what she was wearing. Well, my thing is, if you take that crap off your face, then the people in the room could tell who's talking, and you wouldn't have to describe what you were wearing.
I really don't understand.
I mean, are they blind or colorblind or?
I don't understand why we're catering to such a small percentage of the population, while the entire majority, and we know who the majority is because they're no longer silent. We are no longer silent. They're just throwing us to the wayside. It makes no sense to me.
In one of my Sunday live
rations.
Right, yeah, YouTube blocked a totally appropriate greeting from one of my subs.
Weird. Christine, welcome.
YouTube blocks some weird stuff.
Yeah, doesn't make sense.
So you didn't listen to me earlier when I said get off the table.
Oh, man.
I love it. That's great. Oh, man. I love those comments that gets me off guard.
Allergic to diaper rash. Well, those diapers, those face diapers, there are studies that are coming out with the results that we suspected all along, is that they harbor bacteria and illnesses in the mask and keep it on your face.
Okay, it's not speculation. Okay,
Right.
I've been watching Survivor. I started watching from season 1. Okay, and I'm watching through. Let me explain something to you. And these guys on Survivor, one of the things they learned very quickly, because obviously they had never been in the outdoors for long periods of times. Okay. This guy went walking in his socks in the ocean, socks and shoes.
Okay.
And after like 3 or 4 days, you know what your hands look like, guys. After washing dishes for a long period of time, butchering chickens, cleaning meat, your hands get pruny. This dude's freaking feet were so pruny, they were peeling and cracking, and
yeah,
he had to get seen by a doctor. He had the start of some kind of fungal infection.
Yeah.
Hello.
There's a name for that because the old army boots, they didn't breathe.
Well, I know,
and
but
they would hold, and so that I forget what jungle rot maybe that they get on their toes. It's like a real bad athlete's foot. Real
right.
bad.
But I mean, swamp foot. There you go. But you're putting this thing on your face. You're covering your mouth. And when you talk, I do a lot. When you talk, shut up. You're breathing out, right? Condensation, right? What happens in my house in a warm, humid, area? There's humidity in here. But when you put that humidity all up on your face and you're rebreathing that in, you're breathing onto it, you're breathing it back in. You're breathing onto it, you're breathing it back in. It's exposed to the elements, it's exposed to the outside air. You can't tell me there's no bacteria in this air. I ferment foods using this air that we are breathing. I am creating bacteria, pulling bacteria from the air. Hello? You're putting your fungus on your face.
Toxins added to the disposable mask. Hey, Crazy Cajun, that's our.
You almost slapped Brett with your ear.
That's another of our daughters. That's Katie.
Stop touching the
Crazy
table.
Cajun. There was a friend of mine who reached out on Facebook letting me know that her cousin was getting in a particular state. She asked me not to mention the state, but her cousin works in a lab and they got a contract to test tap water for COVID.
Yeah, that was a few weeks ago, and now it's rampant all over the place again.
Yeah.
See, the funny thing is, our water goes through either the refrigerator filter or this Alexa filter, and both are filtered pretty well.
There's studies coming
Did
out.
I send you the video on that months ago, Brett? That's Wendy. I've heard of testing wastewater.
I'm not sure, Wendy.
But not clean tap water. The Brita filter is not enough. The Brita filter does not.
Kiwis have COVID? Seriously?
It doesn't filter pathogens. But the Alexa Pure, and it will. The filter that I have in my fridge is pretty close to the Alexa Pure, but it's still not quite enough. Water, air, and food. I believe it.
I did see that more and more and more studies are coming out with the results saying that the more jabbed a person is, the more susceptible they are to the disease, which is something that we suspected all along.
Yeah. Start testing the air for stupidity. I was seriously reading that too. Like it oh.
Smells like stupid in here.
I had an Abby moment. The moment she had in the car today when she realized why we rotate our tires.
Oh,
she said, yeah, because she said, why do we rotate our tires? Because
they're
they're rotating anyway, right?
She said, don't they rotate anyway? I was like, no. Oh man, there's some funny stuff. The audio is crackling. Sorry, I don't know what else to do. Thank you for letting me know, but I don't know what to do about it.
Sound is bad again. Did it get better?
I'm not touching the table, Michelle, just so you know.
I thought maybe if I jarred it a little bit. My friend said too.
Yeah, I'm sure of that, Katie. El Skippy, hello. Are we back?
Going on. See, I bumped it back into reality. Don't do it. It's good. Don't do it. Yeah, see, I was on my phone outside a little while ago, and there was no audio issues at all.
Caitlin said it's still crackling for her.
You touched it again. I banged on the table to see if it would, like.
No, it's good. Oh. I don't know what we're doing.
Is that chair touching the table?
No.
No. It crackles every once in a while. It's got to be the connection. We're going to have to just go out there and start doing some weed whacking and get that area cleared.
All right. You good? You good with me taking a little break?
I guess.
All right.
Cry baby.
I got these chairs hurt my booty.
Here in Canada, there are already cases going on for COVID vax compensation. Really?
Really? That's interesting.
Some magnetic stupidity in the atmosphere causing tornadoes. Oh man.
All right, I'll be right back.
Careful going outside. You know, you might be expanding on the stupid. Big news. We'll be signing on 15 acres around Hope, Arkansas in a couple of weeks. That's awesome, Christine. The deer flies are crazy here this year too. Do you guys have them? We don't have too many of them. I'll find the occasional one here and there. But when we went to Avery Island on the around south of the Lafayette area, they were terrible. We had a lot of trouble viewing some of the gardens out there because the freaking flies were evil. It was horrible. We've had stink bugs, those leaf-footed stink bugs or whatever you call them. I don't know what they are. They're annoying. They are all over everything. I have tried diatomaceous earth. I even tried Seven Dust. Even though I don't like to use it, I tried doing that overnight and then I sprayed it off the next morning because I don't want to kill my bees. They were sitting in it. I dusted a lot of them with the stuff and it didn't even phase them. They were still there in the morning. What kind of plane is that, Wendy? We have like mosquito planes and things like that. The planes I haven't seen in a while. I have seen the mosquito trucks in the last few weeks, but our beehives are set so far back that it really it takes it. Oh, the Air Force planes. Is that for the mosquitoes? Because our mosquitoes are bad. They haven't been quite as bad because of the drought, but now that we've gotten a little bit of rain, they are out moving. They are notorious for devastating all kinds of plants and trees. I believe it. My mom is, her garden is across the highway from a huge agriculture farm. It's a huge rice field is what it is. And when the crop dusters sprayed a few weeks ago, she normally, as soon as the crop duster starts spraying, she goes out there and turns her sprinklers on. And she'll sprinkle the whole tops of the plants because it's better for them to get sunburn than it is to get that crap that they're spraying. Well, she was away from home, and when she came back later that evening, a few hours later, like all the tops of her tomatoes were curling and dying. So she ended up having to go top them all. And they were probably about 6 foot tall. So she had to cut all the damaged pieces off to try to save the rest of them. She was able to save most of the plants, but even still, I mean, all that hard work, all that energy and water, into something because some a-hole, Army has some that can see inside your home. Those poor souls, they would be bored. All I'm doing is cooking, cleaning, or sitting down watching Survivor in the late evening, Well water. Well water is not terrible. I would definitely recommend either the Berkey or the Alexa Pure. We have an Alexa Pure and it's great. I use it every day. That's why they banned lead-based paint. Because it keeps them from seeing inside. That's pretty smart. Huh. Gypsy moss. Mary Beth, I was thinking that, but I wasn't gonna say that online, you know. Poor thing. I have the parts for a Berkey plus 2 buckets, but haven't put the bucket Berkey together yet. I've heard they work just as well. The only problem in using like a plastic 5-gallon bucket is the potential for get off the table. The potential for like bacteria and stuff to build up. So make sure that you're using like a vinegar or some sort to clean it out pretty often. I know even with the stainless, I clean it once a week. I take it all apart and I put it in the sink and I wipe it down with soapy water and I spray it with vinegar and then
Hi, Noodlehead. I see you there.
Wow.
The thing about the buckets, you do get some plastic leaching, but probably wouldn't. You're probably not leaving the water in there long enough for that to be an issue, honestly.
No, but algae and things can build up on that plastic because plastic can get micro cuts in it.
Right.
Whereas I guess the stainless could too, but it's.
Maybe we should send that dating link to all our elected officials just for giggles. Not a bad idea.
I heard the lead paint would protect them from EMFs. Wendy said they have planes that can like see into your house.
I've heard that.
And that's why they banned the lead paint.
Well, I don't know necessarily if that's why, but
Katie, we had a troll in here that was going crazy with a dating link.
They were spamming us with a dating link.
Yeah.
But you know what? The longer things go, the more evidence there is for all these crazy ideas that seem crazy. There's more evidence that lead me to think that some of it is true.
Yeah, shortage of water, but no shortage of soda.
Yeah.
And see, I was thinking that the shortage of water here, because it's hard to find water bottles here, like bottled water, cases of bottled water. I thought maybe it was just because of the heat with some of it, because we have a lot of contractors that are working.
It's probably.
I'm sure some of that is contributing, but some of it is people are finally stocking up.
I think a lot of people are seeing and waking up and stocking things for when shit goes sideways.
Planes have thermal imaging cameras plus other kinds of sensors that are probably top secret. Yeah, I think so.
Yep, plastic is made from oil. That's right. It's a petroleum byproduct that becomes plastic.
So packaging will take a hit. Oh, that's true too.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, I haven't been super concerned about the bottled water. I wanted to kind of restock our stockpile, but I keep the gallon jugs of water, and I reuse 2 of those for the Alexa Pure.
Mary Beth.
Then they will stop making plastic. Yeah. Now I have that. I have the 3-gallon ball canning jar with the spigot on the bottom.
Oh yeah.
I could actually start putting the Alexa Pure water into that for us to dissolve.
Yeah.
I prefer glass jars, but for things like water, I use the plastic jars because it gets reused every day. I use that water for a coffee pot, which y'all know we run a lot of coffee. That's some of our drinking water, cooking water, things like that. So that water gets refreshed every day. I'm pretty sure I chewed on a lead paint cream or something. I think Michelle is a little delayed on the.
Okay, Cheyenne, my oldest daughter, is mine from a previous marriage. Caitlin, her in the chat, Crazy Cajun, Amy was pregnant for her when we met, and then we had Abby together. So we were married when we had Abby.
Abby's special.
That's why when Katie, back in the chat, she said, Dad has a crap ton. She's talking about the water.
She's talking about her.
Katie doesn't call me dad. I'm like her dad. I chose to be.
Yours, mine, and ours.
Yeah. I hope I hope Katie loves me like a dad. I think she does. I don't question that. I'm just being kidding.
Katie lives with her dad in Lake Charles. Brett is her stepdad, but we don't really use the word step in anything,
right?
Whether it's kid, parent, or anything, because they're all our kids and we're all their parents. And they just have multiple parents in some cases, but Katie's biological dad parents Abby, when he's around, and so does Cheyenne's mom, so we just kind of co-parent.
Nowadays, you probably have to tell people that your two dads are not together.
Right. I could see that happen.
Really? That's weird.
No.
That's how you get monkeypox.
Neither one of you. I could see the look on your faces, both of you, when that conversation happened. That's what I meant. That's what was happening in my head. A step is something you walk up or down on, not someone you exactly.
That's not a joke about the monkeypox though. That's a STD in the gay men's community, and recently there were two cases of children with monkeypox. So
there's some touchy
my
feelings going on.
My imagination has run wild with that.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna give that comment to myself, huh?
Yeah, because if there's one thing that I do not put up with in life, it's pedophilia.
Yeah.
And we have some family that found that out the hard way.
Well, Cheyenne's a little crazier than you. Yeah. Just like asbestos, they used it for years. Now they're taking it out and putting it back in the ground. Seriously?
Well, asbestos is one of those things that the dangers of it were like DDT and asbestos. The danger of those things was hidden.
I thought you were talking about a wrestling move.
The dangers were hidden for a long time because money was being made. And apply that logic where you may.
We have several cases of the monkeypox in the New Orleans area.
Yeah, that's all I've heard about in Louisiana.
But that's where, when COVID started, that's where it came from. That's where it started.
Well, I mean, to be fair,
there's a lot of tourism
area there.
Yeah. There's a lot of in and outs. There's just a lot of people.
We are getting real close to the 50 thumbs up goal for the night.
She's just trying to smack you. Oh, if I wanted to, I'd.
2 cases in Georgia. Well, they've already called it the next pandemic. They've already called it a global. Oh, what do they call it exactly?
Exactly. They made money selling asbestos. Now they're making a fortune on abatement.
There's already 300,000 doses of a monkeypox jab created. So
I want to know, how did they make that shit
global health
stuff so
emergency,
fast?
right?
Where'd it come from?
Right.
I don't think there was already. Was there already a vaccine created?
All of this timing is very convenient. School is starting. The midterms are coming up in November.
Conversation. So I made a wrong. No, it's good. It's good, Michelle.
Oh no, I don't mind.
I messed up again.
I don't mind telling people about our.
Well, they're telling people if you got the first one, you're okay. It's what the boosters, the ones that have been second jabbed and boosted, are really causing some issues. Whereas it's heart arrhythmias, people are just dropping, like athletes.
Athletes, very healthy young people, are just falling out.
Yeah. Heart problems and all kinds of things. You might want to go get your heart checked if you got the jabs. Money government is asking for the treatment. 2 million per person to treat monkeypox. Oh, the monkeypox poke was already in existence. It was originally from Africa. Okay, then that makes a little more sense.
Oh, okay.
Because see, that's why I was like, okay, how did this boom? It's here, and then we have 300 million vaccines that I didn't even know existed.
There's a lot of things nowadays that make me raise my eyebrows when I first hear them, and some things have good explanations. Yes, sudden adult death syndrome. Come on now, really? They want us to believe that? They think we're stupid.
All of a sudden, these people that never had heart problems are having heart problems. Athletes are just dropping. One of them passed out in the middle of a pool while swimming.
Were they wearing a mask? Sorry.
But it was from some kind of issue, and heart issue, I think. Really?
All these somebody's been doing compilations of all these articles now of this causes heart disease, and this causes heart attacks, and this can cause arrhythmias, and blah blah blah. One of them was gardening. One of them was sleeping weird. One of them was showering habits. And
okay,
come on.
One thing North Shore said is world-class athletes. That's the thing. Okay, these people are in tip-top shape. They exercise every day. They ain't got fat rolls like I do. They're not smokers. They're not obese. They don't have all these pre-existing conditions. These are the most athletic people you will ever find. These are the best of the best as far as fitness.
On a serious note,
and they're going bloop.
One thing that I saw recently, and it can't hurt to give it a shot because it's natural stuff. Keep your omega-3s up, and you can do that by eating fish or shellfish once or twice a week.
Well, I'm good with that.
Keep your vitamin D up.
Oh, I'm good there.
By either taking supplements, but even better, getting sun time. The cancer mouse. Nice. Welcome. I like the name. There was something else. I wish I could remember. I really need to take better notes so I can share info with you guys better.
I have a tan.
We do have comfrey.
I have a tan. See my lawn? You ought to see the one on my feet. Darlene calls them Casper feet. Mm-hmm. I do have comfrey. Trucker tan. Yeah. That's my mow grass tan because, you can tell what kind of t-shirts I wear all day long. I weed eat and do all of this. We do have comfrey. If you are in the Louisiana area, we can.
Or if you're in the
Southwest Louisiana area, we can trade.
Judging by your name, you're probably somewhere nearby. Sounds like a good Cajun name.
It would be better to share those in the spring. Right now, they're starting to die back due to the heat, but they will come back in the spring, and I can take root cuttings and put them all in little cups and
get them going.
Get them going, and they'll be ready to go, ready to plant. I'm not showing you my feet. Feet are ugly.
Some people pay big money for that. Don't do it for free.
Hey, nobody wants to see my feet.
My yellow, very yellow at this time.
Oh, Rain, Louisiana. We passed through there today.
Oh yeah, we went to Lafayette today.
Definitely send us an email.
Find us on Facebook.
Henry is going to post our email link in just a few seconds because he is great like that. Henry is Minded Body Co. No feet. I know. There he is. I knew it.
Thank you, Henry.
Just send us an email, and when it gets closer to the spring, we'll definitely be able to get together. I may have a couple of comfort plants that I can pull. Because we were just talking today about how we need to go back to Lafayette more. We had to make a quick trip today for Abby's insurance info, but I was not able to go to Sean's recommended eating place because it was all the way. We did look it up though. It was all the way on the other side of town, and we were kind of in a hurry.
No, we can attempt to make some comfrey root cuttings in the fall and see how they do. And
they should be okay in the fall once the temperature starts cooling off.
If we can get them to grow little plants, then we can help you out in the fall, hopefully, Jeanette.
I'm thinking maybe we could meet somewhere by the interstate too to drop it off because I really want to go back to Lafayette. We ate at Applebee's today. Oh,
we don't have an
goodness.
Applebee's in Lake Charles, so when we travel a bit, we like to find restaurants that are not in our local city.
Yeah. Applebee's was right there. It was close.
I still have not tried Red Lobster ever in my life.
That's the place I was thinking of that we haven't gone. And I'm like a seafood maniac. I don't know, but that steak was really good today.
We tried Joe's Crab Shack once, and the particular one, Joe's Crab Shack that we went to in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, was awful.
Yeah, the Frog City, I know exactly where that's at. Yeah. Frog City truck stop. That's close to I-10. Yeah, I know exactly where that is. So yeah, that would be a good meeting place. Just send us an email and I will do what I can to get some comfrey cuttings. I may be able to pull them in the house and get them kind of going with the cooler temperatures.
Red Lobster is okay. I bet it would be probably less than okay for our Cajun palates.
That's what I'm concerned with.
Yeah.
It looks so good with all
Well, when we see lobster, we think crawfish, big crawfish.
Yeah, but I don't want to go for lobster.
And the lobster just doesn't have that good flavor and spice of a crawfish boil.
It's rubbery.
It's
the one we got anyway.
I've had lobster and I didn't care for it too much. But I've also
you have elderberry.
Oh, we grow elderberries too.
Yeah, we grow elderberries.
Fig cuttings would be good.
Yeah, a fig cutting. I would definitely trade you for one of those.
We'll talk about that. Yeah. Mulberry. Looking for some mulberry.
You want a mulberry? I think that's going to be a big old mess. But whatever.
Whatever.
You can put a mulberry in the back. I just don't want it anywhere near the vicinity of my car.
Okay. Let's see. Bite On says Red Lobster not impressive. See, she's got the Cajun palate, so I would trust that. I would trust that
River
evaluation.
Book Club said my wife loves it. She's a seafood person. I'm not much of a seafood person.
That's kind of how we are. We are seafood people, but Abby is not at all.
Y'all, Abby's not from Louisiana. I don't know where she came from.
We are like Louisiana coast.
We're 30 miles.
30 miles inland. So we get like fresh shrimp, crabs. Crawfish is not crawfish is seafood, but it doesn't come from the sea. It comes from wetlands.
Yeah, but like we can't get any fresher than the crawfish that we get from Mike Morrow.
Well, that's right.
Because it comes straight out of his field and right into my yard.
Cover it with netting. Oh, what, the mulberry? Mulberry becomes a tree.
Yeah.
Like.
Next time y'all do a crawfish boil, call me, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can come eat Abby's portion and pay for it too. Crawfish used to be poor man's food.
Same with hot dogs and bologna and, pig's feet and
crawfish is like a
oxtail.
tiny lobster, but in the state of Louisiana, they are boiled with probably the most red pepper you have ever seen.
It's not just red pepper. There's a lot of spices.
It is, but it's
herbs and spices.
There's a lot of red pepper in it. So much so that the water ends up a reddish tint.
We are short one thumbs up for our 50
but they
thumbs
have
up goal for tonight.
Garlic and onion and it's usually boiled with
Really,
corn and
lobster used to be
potatoes.
poor man's food. There we go. We got 50. Thank you for whoever did that.
All kinds of things. And it's just, it's so good. Shrimp and crab are boiled the same or similar ways.
Oh, shoot. We're at 2 hours.
Are we really?
And I have to work tomorrow.
Who cares? Like if your favorite crawfish boil. All right. That's funny.
See, Amy can't do the mushrooms. We like to do the potatoes, corn, lemon, onion. Oh, the onions.
Oh, the onions are great.
I've
boiled onions. I
I've
make
had
boiled
sausage
potatoes in the house.
That's boiled with crawfish. I even had a pork chop once
I think I have
that was boiled with crawfish. That was pretty dang good.
I think I have a bucket of crawfish seasoning in there. Because I bet half of them haven't even seen crawfish.
Never even seen crawfish boiled? Probably not.
And I don't have any more. Oh, yeah, I do.
Yeah, we've got an old one in there. It doesn't have all the color that it used to. It's kind of faded. We've been playing around with our own blend of a Cajun seasoning too, much like Tony Sashery's, and we shared some with our friend Mike, who really enjoys organic foods, really healthy foods,
Homegrown anything?
yeah, homegrown stuff. And he told me the other day, he said, "You guys keep doing what you're doing because that stuff tastes so fresh and delicious." Yeah, see, this should be more red than what it is.
Well, it's usually full too, but
right. It's been sitting in the cabinet or in the pantry for a little while. So
I would like to try to make my own.
But there's salt, spices,
oh, here we go.
All sorts of stuff in here. Hey, there's the adult website again.
Thank you, North Shore. He is so much faster than I am.
A peculiar
the date
people.
salesman.
Hello and welcome.
Here we go, the date salesman.
So,
but yeah, I want to try to make my own of this because it's salt and spices, red pepper, paprika. Did you just do this?
I didn't list out everything now.
Flavor enhancer, lemon puree, sugar and lemon, and there's a whole lot of other extracts and madness in there.
Yeah, so this is Zataran's brand. There's other brands. Some people say, anybody who says, what's the one? Old
Let's
Bay.
sell him some Tinfoil.
Is that it? Old Bay seasoning? Yeah, that's like a cuss word to us. 'Cause that's New England seafood, not Cajun seafood.
They're busy prepping. I got time for them kind of dates, right? They must be having a slow night.
They do have a low sodium Tony's.
Tony's has a lot of
There's a few different
additives.
kinds.
So I'm trying to steer away from the Tony seasoning, and I'm using our fresh ingredients to make basically a Tony seasoning.
Some of the ingredients are like anti-caking agents, but you don't need that if you just
If we're doing small
blend
amounts.
it fresh.
Yeah.
But I sincerely apologize for those of you who just coming in, but we've been on for 2 hours, and I've got to get some stuff done to get ready for work in the morning. 5 o'clock comes early.
Tuna steaks have to be cooked right. But yeah. I'm not big on tuna. I don't know. I like pretty much any other kind of fish though, so far.
You haven't had a tuna steak.
No.
That's a whole different ballgame. That's good stuff.
I've heard they're pretty good.
Anyway.
I did eat some off of Darlene's appetizer thing.
Okay.
Those were pretty good.
So folks are saying good night. So we got
shark steaks. Ooh.
Next week we'll be back to our regular night, which is Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central.
Next week we're gonna try live streaming from my computer instead of his.
Try to do things a little different.
Yeah,
try to
so
keep
we're
from
gonna
having the sound issues.
We may set up the boom mic too, just to be on the safe side and have a different sound.
We'll try some things and
Yeah.
try to keep that from happening. So anyway, guys, until next week, have a great night. What is it I usually say? Good night and God bless.
Stay safe, guys. See you next Thursday.